Hi, this is JakeShirleyCoaching.com, and today I'm talking about 5 steps to getting out of debt. And these steps are not set in stone like that. They're just more of a guideline to help you on your journey. So let's just get into the 5 steps. So before you start getting out of debt, you want to have some financial stability in your life. If you're going through a big job change or life change, or you're moving, you're having a child, something like that, you probably want to delay your getting out of debt journey for now. Because you want to have a little bit of stability. You want to have a consistent, reliable income, and which right now is probably a job. And you want to just have that stability. And you want to have your basic needs taken care of. You want to be able to, put food on the table, keep the lights on, make your rent or mortgage payments. So you want to have you want to have your basic needs taken care of before you start worrying about getting out of debt. So if you have those things in place, just take a look at step 1. So if you want to get out of debt, you have to stop borrowing more debt. And that includes using credit cards, because credit cards are still debt. And this might be the hardest step of all, because this is where you actually make a decision to change your life. Because if you want to get out of debt, you have to stop borrowing more. And it's hard for people to make that decision to change, because you have to draw a line and say, I'm not borrowing money anymore. And if you want your life to change, you have to start doing things differently. Because if you keep doing the same things, you're going to keep getting the same results that you have been getting. The things that you have been doing have gotten to where you are right now. So if you don't like where you are right now, then you have to make changes. So personal finance is more about mindset than it is about math. Because using a credit card is still debt, and it doesn't matter if it's $5 or $500. Because when you use a credit card, you didn't actually pay for something. What you did was take out a loan. And it doesn't matter how small the amount is, it's still a loan. And it's something that has to be paid back later. And when you're using debt like that, it only works until something unexpected happens. And this is life, so something unexpected will always happen. So step 1 to getting out of debt is to stop borrowing more debt. So once you've done that, step 2 is to cut expenses or sell things. And you don't have to go really crazy. We're not talking about selling furniture. We're not talking about, selling family heirlooms or things like that. But it's clearing up stuff you just have laying around anyway. It's getting stuff maybe that have been buried in your closet or in your garage. Stuff that you just know you're never gonna use again. You have no value. That holds no value for you. This is also the step where you look at your car payments and maybe you sell your car. This is the step where you're going to stop going out to eat. You're going to cut your streaming services, stuff like that. The thing to remember here is that it's only temporary. I'm not telling you to stop watching Netflix forever. It's just temporary while you're getting out of debt. So then step 3, this is when you set aside just a little bit of cash to catch your small unexpected expenses that come up. I want to have this small amount of cash in place so that when something unexpected happens, you don't have to reach for a credit card. A lot of people get into financial trouble because when something unexpected does happen, they have no cash in the bank, and so they're using a credit card as an emergency fund. So using a credit card as an emergency fund is a bad financial plan. So let's take a look at step 4. And step 4 is creating a budget. A lot of people don't like the word budget, but a budget is just a plan. You're making a plan for your money. One reason people get into trouble is because they don't have a plan. They're just kind of drifting along, and they have no plan for the money. They don't know where it's going. So in order to do this on paper or computer, you want to do what they call a zero-based budget. So you write down your income, then your expenses. Any extra money you have is going towards debt at this point. And your income minus your expenses should equal 0. This does not mean that you have 0 in your checking account. You should always have that You should always have that buffer of $1,000 to $2,000. But your income, subtract your expenses, subtract your debt payment should equal zero. That just means you have a plan for every dollar that you make. So steps 1 through 4 laid a strong foundation. Now you can actually start paying off your debt. And how long this takes depends on how much debt you have and how much money you have to work with. So at this stage, you're already cut your expenses, so that's something you want to keep doing. And also think of ways to increase your income. This might mean a second job, working overtime, or starting a side hustle. And this does not mean that you can be working hard forever, because this is only temporary until you get out of debt. So that was the 5 steps, and if you have any comments or questions, you can, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, or you can always contact me at jakeshirleycoaching.com, and thanks for watching.